Yes, guys, welcome to the Gianni Buttice YouTube show. We are back for another reaction show looking at day one of the price reveals, and Mo Salah has come in at 12.5 million. That is the big headline after the other big headline. And the other big headline earlier today was Haaland is 15 million. Well, Salah is 12.5. So let's react to some of the other price changes and Salah this season so far. It's only day one of price reveals. We're only getting 20 today, one from each team. We've already had 14 and we've had 14 big ones. We are still going to get today, I think, Ollie Watkins and Anthony Gordon. That has been promised by the Premier League. So far, what do we know and what do we think? I've done a poll. Do you think you'll own Mo Salah? And I think there's going to be a load of you that are yeses to this, because Mo Salah, I thought, would come in at 12. I still think at 12.5, considering Haaland is 15, he's good value. Let's compare some of the fixtures that both those two players will play in the first 5 game weeks. And the long and short of it is, for me, and I'll show you the fixtures in a sec, you might not need Haaland. You might not need Haaland because Salah is very captainable for a lot of those first 5 games. Let's look at those fixtures in just a sec, but first say hello to a few of you in the chat. So, hello everyone. How is it? How are you, Maliki? How are you, I'm 1974? How are you, British 87 and CH? Loads of our regulars in the chat, which is good to see. But also, I need to just check one thing very quickly. Yeah, we have had Nkunku price dropping at 6.5. That is huge. I genuinely am blown away by that cheap price point. He's now a midfielder, and rightly so. He was a forward. 6.5 million for Nkunku, who's fit. If he's fit, boy, do I want him in my team. I'd be shocked, actually. If he's fit, he'll be in my Game Week 1 team at that price. Chelsea's fixtures aren't bad either. We'll have a look at Chelsea's fixtures in just a second, shall we? So, guys, thank you for joining. Thank you for hitting the like button. It just helps the algorithm. And also, loads of you are hitting all the buttons. Subscribe as well, I'm sure. So, let's have a look, shall we? The fixtures, before we go through some of the others. But, by the way, 15 minutes time, we've got more reaction coming up and more price drops. So, what do we know? Well, Liverpool. The reason Mo Salah is going to be in so many teams is it's Ipswich, Brentford, Man United, Forest and Bournemouth. And 3 of those games are at home. All 5 of them, he's captainable. Man City, yeah, you might captain Haaland in 2-3 of those weeks. But in those 2-3 weeks, Salah's also got good fixtures. Chelsea, if you're looking at Nkunku, because Hammer85 says, oh, Nkunku's an unknown quantity. I guess in the Premier League he is, but when we've seen him play for Chelsea, he's played well. Just throwing that out there. Sure, Game Week 1 is difficult, but Game Week 2, Wolves away. Game Week 3, Palace at home. Game Week 4, Bournemouth away. Game Week 5, West Ham away. Now, do know that Nkunku has had a summer off. I think that's massive. He's had a summer off, guys. He should be ready to go. He should be fit and ready to go. Fresh legs. I think Nkunku is a great option. And genuinely at 6.5, I think he'll be in a lot of teams. Nkunku, not for me, sorry. I am going Palmer, though. Yeah, well, let's see what Palmer comes in at, because you might not be able to afford Salah, Haaland and Palmer, especially if you want to go for like a Saka or a Trent. The prices are huge. We've only got 100 million to spend. Well, we think we've only got 100 million to spend. So, yeah, you can't have them all. You can't have them all. If you're just joining, the big news is so far that, well, the big news is that Haaland is 15 million, Salah is 12.5, and there's also some nuggets in the defense as well. So let's run through all the prices we know so far, shall we, and talk a bit about them. What we knew a few hours ago was Haaland would be revealed at midday, and then every half an hour we'd get a reveal. Now, I expect we've got 14 so far. I expect there's 6 more to come today. And we'll get those players probably in the next hour and a half. So I'm hoping to be streaming for all 20 of them in the next hour and a half. So stay with me and we'll hopefully be able to celebrate some cracking reveals in the next, well, hour and a half, but definitely in 10 minutes time and then again in 50 minutes time. So I think the game's going to launch on Wednesday because they've said they're going to do price reveals all the way through till Tuesday. Now, maybe at Saturday, Sunday, maybe because of the Euros, you won't get them. But on Tuesday, we know we're getting price reveals. So the game's not going to be out before that. And then it's all action. The season starts 4 weeks tomorrow. So we've got a shorter time than ever before to tinker. Usually the game is out way earlier because of the Euros, because of the rule changes. We haven't even spoken about the rule changes. There is going to be rule changes. We have been told by FPL there's going to be tweaks to the game. What those tweaks are, we just don't know yet. So yeah, what do you reckon they'll be? Will we get ball recoveries? Will we get more chips? Chips has been heavily rumored, and I don't know where that rumor's come from, but I do wonder if we get like there's been a lot of debate over like could you get the 3 chips, but for the first half of the season and the same 3 chips for the second half of the season. I really like that rule. I really like that idea. Like with wildcard, they introduced a second wildcard a few years back, didn't they? So let's have a look, shall we? Tom says, I went all last season with no Haaland, not planning on changing that this year. Wow. Fair play. So look, Salah at 12.5. Let's just do a... Should we do a yes or a no in the chat? Just give me a yes or a no if you think he'll be in your game week 1 team. Salah, yes or no? We'll run through all of today's 14. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of no's on some of those budget defenders. I'm going to start, though. I'm going to say yes. I think Salah will be in my game week 1 team. So let's just whack yes on screen. Let's get a few more Salahs in and then we'll skip on to the next player, shall we? Kev's gone yes. Yeah. Josh Jones has gone yes. Hey, Josh. Jay's in. Pretty much, Salah's going to be very highly owned. And guys, in this Liverpool system with this new manager, he's going to be very attacking and fairly central at times. Oh, what is it called? Oh, yeah, probably should. Good point. So loads of yeses. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to Erling Haaland, shall we? Erling Haaland, will he be, do you think, in your game week 1 team? I'm guessing there's a ton of no's here. A ton of no's. I'm changing the title. Live reaction to FPL Price Reveals. Day 1. Thanks, CH. Good idea. Yeah, it looks like a lot of you aren't going to own Haaland. Yeah, there's still a few yeses, but mainly no's. Mainly no's. Guys, I'm going to probably say I'm a no. So, okay, let's move on, shall we? We also have heard about Kai Havertz. Now, I think Kai is a fantastic option. And when we look at the fixtures, let's just have a quick look at Arsenal's fixtures. It ain't great, but game week 1 and 3 are nice. But I don't know if they're nice enough. He plays Wolves and Brighton game week 1 and 3, but he does have to go to Villa Park. He does have to go to Spurs. He does have to go to Man City. It's not a good fixture run for Havertz. So whilst most of you or loads of you will go Havertz at some point this season, I'm sure, will you go Havertz straight away? I don't think you will. Looks like most are avoiding Havertz. Interesting. I do think the fixtures have to be also important for match day for our pre-season drafts, because we pick for the first 5-6 game weeks because so many of us wildcard early, and it is worth noting the wildcard will be pulled by many within those first 5 weeks. So these fixtures, they really, really matter for our pre-season planning. Okay, let's move on. We know about Richarlison. I think this is going to be a hella nose. I don't think anyone's going to say yes, like with certainty, because we don't know if he's still at the club. We don't know his minutes. So let's move past Richarlison. This is one I really want to talk about. Nkunku. I like the Chelsea fixtures. I know match day 1's horrible, game week 1, but I think from 2, 3, 4, 5, they're good fixtures. Let's see his preseason minutes before we judge, but loads will say no way. But for me, I just think if he looks good pre-season, and that's always key with our planning and our scouting, then I think he'll be in a lot of teams. Let's move on. Guys, do me a favor, will you? Because the algorithm on YouTube is massively benefited by likes, but also people that subscribe. And I know I've got loads of newbies in. If you're wondering why you can't add to the chat, it's because you're not already subscribed. So please, please, please subscribe to the channel. That would be amazing. I'd love you to come in and subscribe. I gave away 5 memberships to subscribers earlier, and I might even be able to do the same today. So please hit that subscribe button, and then we'll crack on with our reactions. We've got 7 minutes for another reaction, by the way. I'm hoping it's a big one. We still haven't heard from Watkins, Gordon. We haven't heard of a Man United player yet. So that's still to come. That's still to come. Right. And Kunku we've done. Pedro Neto is a phenomenal asset when he's fit. He's Wolves' best player, and actually so many overlooked him at the start of last season. At the start of last season, Neto was banging big. He did something like 6-7 assists in his first 6-7 games, and no one owned him. I don't know if we're going to want to go towards Wolves players, though. Gary O'Neill's a good manager, sure. The fixtures aren't great, but Neto is Wolves' best player. Mate, he has had a busy summer in terms of a summer on with Portugal. He's not been playing, but he did go to the Euros. But there was a fairly early exit there as well. Neto may be forgotten about this year, and I do think he'll be in a lot of teams. Anyone with a definite yes for Neto? I don't think there'll be any definite yeses, but I'm like Mr. Barty there. I'm a 50-50. I think I could be tempted. Definitely he'll be in my team at some point soon, I would have thought. Let's move through then. Solly March, again, because of his injury, because we don't know how the new Brighton manager is going to set up. I know this will be a fairly top line no. Callum Hudson-Odoi, again, I don't think he'll be in that many, but we might need a 5.5 midfielder. And it is worth noting with Haaland and Salah and the prices they're at, we're going to need 5.5 mids in our starting 11. 5.5 mids won't be first sub anymore. 5.5 mids or even 4.55 options might be in our starting 11 every week. Semenyo, same again like Hudson-Odoi. I don't think we need necessarily the yeses or the nos. We won't do the yeses, nos for all these players. I don't think there's many definites, but Leif Davis, assist merchant. He got 18, I think, last season for Ipswich. So we're going to get a ton of assists from him. We've got Harwood Bellis. Yeah, we like that because he's a 4 million starter that Southampton have paid 20 million pounds for. He's a guaranteed starter if fit. So he'll be in a lot of teams as the third sub. Fifth defender, you need a playing 4 million option. Now, every season we usually get 1 or 2, but last season we were lucky. We had Branthwaite. We had a couple of options last year. We don't always get them. We had Gusto at 4. In years gone by, we've had no guaranteed minutes men on 4 million. So we've got one here. We might get another. Let's see what others we get before we commit to Taylor. And then Ricardo Pereira. Another good option, but we did see in the last half an hour the goalkeeper launches. So let's talk about them. What are we thinking with goalkeepers? Are we thinking of going with like 2 4.5 options, or are we going rotate, or are we going for a set and forget? Are you going for 2 4.5s or a set and forget? That is a big question we're all going to have to ask ourselves pre-season. I don't know the answer to that in terms of what I'm going to do. I think there is a good chance I go set and forget with the 5 million options being good. Like I do like Pickford at 5 million. I have to say 5 million is tempting for Pickford because Everton are in the top 5 for defenses last season. When you look at all the metrics, clean sheets, expected goals conceded, shots conceded, Everton perform really, really well. 80% of you, by the way, will own Mo Salah game week 1, it looks. Let's just do a quick poll for goalkeepers. So let's start this poll with will you own 2 4.5s or 1 set and forget? Too cheap. 1 5 million plus. This is a great poll. I want to know the answer to this. So if you're watching on catch up, I'll give you the results. But goalkeepers, will you own 2 4.5s or 1 set and forget? Get voting, team. I think many will look at Ortega and wonder what he's going to cost. Because again, he could become a cheat code if Edison gets sold. And that is a big if. So we know Leno is 5 million. Pickford is 5. I'm not going to lie. I thought Leno would come in at 4.5. But he was one of the best keepers last year. Goalies will be a tough one. Yeah. They really will be. I'm like Del Nero. Ideally, I don't like to rotate, but with price points, we might just be forced into that. And at the moment, 60% of you are looking like you'll go for the set and forgets at 5 million Pickford or maybe a 5.5 option. I think Ortega could come in at 4.5 though. And if he does, everyone's going to own him if Ederson leaves. Hopefully he comes in at 5 just because they'll go, look, when he plays for Man City, he's not a 4.5 option. He's got to be 5. In 2 minutes' time, we'll be reacting to another price drop from the Premier League. We have 6 more to go today, guys. We've had 14. We have 6 more to go. Let us know your options on keepers. Yeah, Omar says, what about a 4.5 and a 4? And we have done that at times. If there's a standout, really good 4.5, then yes. But ideally, you need a Pickford or a Leno to be 4.5. And knowing these guys are coming at 5, you expect all keepers of the same caliber for those mid-table teams to also be 5. So then you're looking at only really a newly promoted teams and 1 or 2 others with 4.5 goalkeepers at start. FPL Freddy said last year in game 1 he had Pickford and Turner. It worked out bad. Yeah, I mean, I've had real bad luck with goalkeepers or bad decision making with goalkeepers in recent years. Guys, just shout out if you want to become a channel member. Do consider, like, all of our channel members are having their comments brought up all the time, like Maliki, for example, and Marco. So do consider hitting that join button. And also, please, guys, I would love it if you fancy doing the old like and subscribe. I know there's loads of new viewers today, so subscribes would be welcome. How are we going for our next tease then? Who is it? Let's have a look. Oh, it is Bruno. Wow. That's going to tempt a few, isn't it? Bruno is 8.5, ladies and gents. Bruno is coming at 8.5. We were hoping Bruno would come in at 8.5. We were hoping Bruno would be the player that's presented with us in terms of price reveals today from Man United. He's probably the most interesting Man United asset, isn't he? I think we can all agree with that one. So, Bruno Fernandes. Yeah. Good. Bruno Fernandes. What do I think to that? Would he be in my team? We'll have a look at his fixtures in a sec, shall we? His fixtures are good. His fixtures are good. He does take penalties. Guys, he also plays every minute. Like, when does Bruno miss a game? Very rarely. I know at the end of last season he actually did. But yeah, I think Bruno's going to tempt a few. Let me know in the comments what your just hot take on Bruno is. Like, do you think he'll be in your team? Are you wary because he's a Man United player? Man United have been so iffy under Ten Hag. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one, that. I think he's coming at a good price point. I just wonder if the fact that Man United have been so hot and cold, or mainly cold, that will swerve. But maybe not. Maybe not. Let's look at the Man United fixtures, shall we? So Man United play Fulham at home. It's a good opener. It's the Friday night game, remember. Then it's Brighton away. Then it's Liverpool at home. Then it's Southampton away. Then it's Palace away. Like Neto, Portugal did have a fairly early exit. So he does get a bit of a summer break. British 87 says you won't have him. Freddie thinks he will, though. Maliki thinks, yeah, flakiness turns you off. Oh, it's going to be a tough one. I mean, the fixtures are there for him. The fixtures are there for him. There's no doubt about that. I mean, the fixtures, just to confirm again, it's only 2 homes in the first 5. And one of them is Liverpool, but the other one's Fulham. But then away trips are nice as far as away trips go. Brighton's not the easiest. Southampton's should be nice. Palace isn't the easiest. So yeah, maybe those fixtures aren't quite as green as we think they could be. No United assets for, yeah. I think Bruno's going to divide. Look, Man United always divide opinion. Fulham at home on the opening day will tempt a few. I do like it. Just money's going to be an issue. And you can't have them all. Something has to give. So no one's going to... I'm not going to say Bruno's a bad option at all. Is he a good enough option to compromise elsewhere? I don't know. $1 million question, that, isn't it? Guys, welcome if you're just joining. We have loads of people watching for the first time today, which is pretty awesome. I know loads of you are first timers and therefore you're not subscribers. If you fancy hitting that subscribe button, please do consider it, because I have so much preseason content planned and I would love you to be with me on my journey for 20k subs. And I think we can get there with some pretty hot preseason vids, which I've got lined up. So there'll be content every day. So don't go anywhere and enjoy that content with me by hitting the notification bell and subbing. Thank you, team. I support you. I love all your support. So where were we? Bruno is here. Bruno is in the house. Are we getting anything else from Premier League? Anything else? We've got to wait. We've got 5 more players to go. They're gonna do a multi-upload soon, aren't they? Over like another 3. Yeah. Hmm. $100 what? Likes? What are we on? I don't even know what likes we're on. 100 likes to do it topless. Behave, Kieran. Although probably no, I need more than 100. How many likes? Only 42 of you have liked it. Hang on a minute. So we're not going to get any more Liverpool out today. We know the players we're still going to get, though, because Premier League told us. Premier League told us who we're going to get. They said we would get Salah, Gordon, and Watkins. We've had Salah, so we've still got Gordon. 100 subs. Oh, yeah. We're never getting that, though. We've had like 5. We're never getting Gordon. Sorry. We're getting Gordon and Watkins, and we got 5 to go. So getting Gordon, Watkins. What other clubs haven't we had? What other clubs have we not heard from today? So we're getting 1 from each club. Have we had a Newcastle is Watkins. Newcastle is Gordon. Villa is Watkins. What other clubs haven't we had? Let's just go through that fixture ticker and see what clubs we've not had. We've had all these big ones, haven't we? We've had Tottenham and Arsenal. We had Man City and Chelsea. Villa to come. United we just had. Newcastle. And we've had Liverpool. So it's the mid-table teams then, I'm guessing. If we had Fulham. Yeah, we've had Leno. Brentford. We've had Southampton. Yeah, we've not had Palace. No, we've had Fulham with Leno. We've not had Brentford and Palace, right? So it's Brentford, Palace, and 1 more. West Ham. Joshua Jones is on it. Yeah, it's West Ham. So, okay, so we're going to get Mateta, because we've not had many forwards. We're going to get Mateta. We won't get Tony, because I don't think we will actually get Tony, because we don't know where he's because of his transfer stuff. I don't know. I wonder if we get like Mbermo. And then for Palace, we'll probably get a defender, because we've not had many defenders, which I'm actually interested in. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong. I want to know Mateta and Eze. But actually getting a Palace defender could be good, because we might get a 4.5 Mitchell or a 4.5 Anderson. Probably not. It'll probably be 5. If we get a Palace fullback, by the way, guys, Mitchell or Munoz elbowed someone in Copa America last night, so he's suspended for the final for Colombia. That could be really interesting at 4.5. I think that'll be in all our teams, but I don't think we'll get them at 4.5, the fullbacks for Palace. I'd love us to. So look, let's react to Munoz played for Colombia last night. Whew. Don't know if I think he was sent off or it's another yellow, but I'm pretty sure he's suspended for the final. Oh, yeah, Dan Matete is playing Olympics, isn't he? Yeah, good one. Yeah, Gahey, Anderson. Some will be 5. I just feel like those Palace defenders, the 4 of them that start, or 5 of them that start, I think one of them could come in at 4.5. And the one that does will probably be in all our teams, because there's not much separating them. Not really. Well, unless there's rule changes with ball recoveries. And then we know FPL discomforts. Boy, Mark Gahey will be in. Yeah, okay. 20 minutes for another reveal, guys. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Shall we just recap then on some of the big boys? If you could only own one. If you could only own one, Mo Salah or Haaland, it's going to be Mo Salah, isn't it? By the way, goalkeepers, you all voted. You're looking at 58% of you are looking at going with the one option, the sort of the 5 million plus option. How do I make this poll a little more friendly towards Haaland? So you can only own one, right? Haaland, Salah. Let's still do it. Let's do it. I think you're all going to vote Salah, but it'll be interesting to see because there's still a lot of Haaland fanboys out there. There is. Yeah. Son's going to be interesting. 9.5. 9 seems low. 9.5. 10. Can't be much more than 10. I don't know. I don't have many strong thoughts of Son. I guess I've not really thought about it. I tell you what, and Nkunku at 6.5. So far in the poll, yeah, 70% of you are looking at Salah if you can only own one. Interesting. And Nkunku and Neto might be great. Yeah, I mean, Neto, I can't believe how overlooked Neto was last season. I was annoyed at myself because I was so close to buying him, and then he went and got like 6-7 assists in literally the first 6-7 games. He was averaging an assist a game, and then he got injured. He's a really good own. And Gary O'Neill was a really good manager. And when we look at Wolves' fixtures, like, let's have a look. So Wolves in the Premier League fixtures, they go. Yeah, they start to. Yeah, that's why I guess. Okay, so it's Arsenal, Chelsea, Forest, Newcastle, Villa, Liverpool. It's a tough run. There's no doubt about that. It's a tough run for Wolves, which is why we're not going there early. We've got another 18 minutes to go. Seems like we're getting. Yeah, it seems like today they've done a very good job of the reveals. What do we make of it? Like, I think it's the first time we've had it quite like this. We've had it before going through the clubs. Yeah. When's the game out is the $1 million question. I think it'll be Wednesday. I think it'll be Wednesday. Just going off. Well, we're going off very little, aren't we? We're going. Well, no, we're not. I guess. Hang on, where's my StreamYard gone? Guys, I've been looking at this laptop too long. I'm going crazy. I've lost my StreamYard. What? Am I streaming? Where's it gone? I'm back. Honestly, don't know where I went. I've just gone so weird. I'm all over the place. Honestly. Right. Omnipresent. Oh god, I thought I'd lost you again. Okay. Geez, burnt out. Do you know what? I'm all over the place. All over the place. I've just found my StreamYard. I was like, "What am I doing?" I think I deleted it, but I didn't disconnect me. I couldn't find the window anywhere. I was like, I actually had to go onto YouTube and check to see if I was streaming. I was, but obviously YouTube's lagging, so it wasn't mirroring. And I was like, "Am I on YouTube or on StreamYard? What's going on?" It's very confusing. Thing is, guys, I'm just not into tech. I'm just not good at tech. Right. Swimming in the dark, yeah. Will tomorrow's reveals like this? I don't know, Maliki. I don't, Marco. I don't know. I think they'll be similar, or maybe the clubs tweet more players. It's going to be interesting reacting tomorrow because we've been told there'll be stuff out on Tuesday, but I'm like, what are they doing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday? I think they might react to like rule changes or something. I think there could be something in that where we get like an update on how the game's going to be played or a new chip. I think there's going to be different things each day. So today is prices of players, and there'll be another day or two of prices of players, but there'll be other stuff. So I guess I want to make sure I've got all thumbnails covered and ready to go. Um, we've got 12 minutes to go, 30 minutes to go. Let's see if we can get another see if we can get another good one. See if we can get another good one. Hope we do. Who do you reckon it's going to be then? I reckon we get a Watkins. No, they'll leave the Watkins and Gordons to last, won't they? Maybe it's going to be like, yeah, the Everton. No, sorry, not Everton. We said Palace, West Ham, and Brentford, didn't we? So Palace, West Ham, Brentford. Hmm. Uh, um, they've been good though. They've been good. Yeah, Saka. What do you think, Saka? Let's all put a price for Saka. Yeah, Bowen would be a good West Ham player. Let's all do a Saka price prediction though, shall we? I'm going to kick us off. I think Saka's he's 9.5 or 10. He's one of the two. I think he's one of the two. Let us know. FPL Discomfort, what do you think? You're a big Arsenal fan. You've met Saka's cut your hair in the last 6 months, hasn't he? Um, Oh, Gooch thinks 10. Do you know what, let's poll it. Should we poll it? Let's poll it. Guys, let's do a quick poll on Saka. We're gonna do the same on Palmer. I'm really interested to know your Palmer thoughts as well. Because I think Saka and Palmer are 2 key, and Trent are the 3 key drops that we're gonna get in the next couple of days. Guys, so far 50% of you think it'll be 10. So we're saying 10. All right, you've got another 10 seconds to vote, and then we're gonna move it to another player. So yeah, okay. So 50% of you are saying 10. Guys, when you're voting, please do consider hitting subscribe. That'd mean a lot. Right. So okay. Did it. Trent should be cheaper, says. Yeah, he should be. I think Trent should be. I think Trent could be 7. No way is Palmer going to be 7.5. He's got to be way more than that. Gut says 9.5 for Saka, says Kieran. Yeah, with earning at 15, I'm hoping for a shocking 10. Hope I'm wrong. Ooh, okay. All right. So Saka, most 10. Let's do a new poll over Palmer. Is Palmer gonna be 9? No. Is he gonna be 8.5? Is he gonna be 9? Is he gonna be 9.5? Or is he gonna be 10 plus? I'm actually gonna say Palmer's 9 because I think, but we have to remember who he plays for. He plays for Chelsea, who aren't very good. And Nkunku's, yeah, the price of Nkunku's shown us that. I know Nkunku's been injured and stuff, but still, I think we got a bit excited about Cole Palmer. He's amazing. He's gonna be in my game at one team, I think. But, and there is a big, big, big but here, Chelsea are not a Man City, or Liverpool and Arsenal that are overly reliable. So he could be 9.5 or 9, but I don't see Palmer being 10 million plus or even 9.5 million plus. He could be 9.5, but he won't be more than 9.5 is what I'm saying. Yeah, 46% of you have gone 9. Okay, thank you guys for voting. Let's do Trent is the other big one. Trent is a really big one. Trent's gonna have a big price drop. We still don't know if he's going to play at the. He'll be listed as a defender. Trent could very easily play in midfield under this new manager. Get voting on Trent, team. Get voting on Trent. Yeah, Palmer 8.5 from 10. I think Saka has to be a little bit more than Palmer and Foden. I think Palmer comes in less than Foden and less than Saka. Guys, I did actually predict the template here, and I've got Haaland massively wrong and Salah wrong. But I wonder if my Saliba, my Foden, my Isak, and my Palmer are right. I've also got Leno wrong. In fact, guys, I've underplayed every player. I've gone too low on all these guys. Yeah, CH thinks Trent will be 7. Guys, 49% of you have gone 7. That's kind of where I'm at Trent. So I've gone Foden price at 9.5, but maybe he'll be 10. Should we do a Foden price poll? So guys, 80 of you have voted. Yeah, again, 50% are going for each time. 50% is going for 1. So we think 7. So let's start a poll for Foden price. This one's going to be split though, isn't it? This one might not have a standout 50%. Look, because of Haaland, I'm increasing my Foden number. I did have Foden at 9.5. I actually am going to vote higher now. Guys, I do have the fixtures on screen. We've got 7 minutes to go. We've got 7 minutes to go. Right, get voting, guys, in the poll. Yeah, okay. I knew it. I knew it. This one would be harder. At the moment, 9 is edging it, but 10 is also very popular, and so is 9.5. So I guess we have to say 9.5. Yeah, yeah, feels about right. 9.5 or 10 feels right, I think. I don't think he'll be 9 now because Haaland's so expensive. Um, mm, mm. I think KDB could be still a little more. I just feel like Palmer's gonna be the cheapest of those 4. If we're ranking them, I would say Foden, KDB, Saka could all be 10, Palmer 9.5 maybe. Dunno. It's a really interesting one. It's so much fun, this game. This is the game we know and love, and the player prices are so important to make it a good game. And what we know so far is they've done a very, very good job. And last season perhaps was a little bit too easy. Could get Eze. I think we might get a Palace defender though. Gucci says Palmer needs to do it for a second season. Yeah, Marco, who's high phone, and he's under a new manager. So again, we don't know how Chelsea are going to line up, how they're going to play, what tactics, what style. Palmer's role within the team. Sure, he'll be the main man, but main man from where on the pitch? Is he going to play wide right? Is he going to be a number 10? How does Maresca set this Chelsea team up? What does Dewsbury Hall's addition do to the team? So many questions over Chelsea. Alisson be that high? No, it was 5.5 last year. Could be the same again. 6 at a push. Uh, my baby crying. Bless her. Daddy, come see Gaia in 7 minutes. Let's wait for a price from him. Yeah, Reece James is bound the first 3, so Gusto's gonna be popular. Uh, um, remember, guys, we've still got to hear from 5 teams, I think it is. Uh, we've got to hear from Gordon. We're gonna hear Gordon Watkins. Um, so we got Gordon Watkins and a player from West Ham, we said, Brentford and Crystal Palace. I think it's gotta be a big one at 4, isn't it, Holly? I hope so. Yeah, Bella, we're gonna get Bowen, aren't we? We're gonna get Bowen for West Ham. For Palace, I think it's gonna be a defender, because we haven't had that many defenders, and Palace are an interesting team we wanna know about defensively. Like, could we get a 4.5 Palace starting defender, or they will be 5? For Brentford, I don't think they'll go Toney because of, like, transfer speculation, whatever. Maybe it's Mbeumo, and then we know we're getting Watkins, and we know we're getting Gordon. No, Maliki, she absolutely hates the idea of that. Guys, thank you so much for joining in. Good to see Fella in the chat. Good to see Holly is with us. So many of our regulars, Marco and Maliki, are channel members as well. If you are a channel member, really appreciate your support. Gucci and Freddie as well. We'll be speaking on WhatsApp later, no doubt. If you want to join to become a channel member, guys, then do feel free. Think about that, hitting that join button below this video. Loads of extra content for members. I gave away 5 memberships earlier. Um, I can only give away 10 a month. So I can't do another 5 in today's stream, unfortunately. Um, so where were we? Where were we? Gahey and Burmo surely to come. Oh, there we go. I think it's gonna be a multiple one. Like we're gonna get more than one player at 4 o'clock, aren't we? So let's discuss that when it comes in. It's coming in very, very soon. So um, duh, duh, how long have we got to wait? Oh, I still got to wait 2 minutes. Rubbish. Rubbish. Mm. Maybe we get Gordon plus one other. I feel like 5 players, they're gonna wanna wrap it up by 5. I'm supporting whoever plays the best football and deserves to win the football match, which might not be England. I don't know. I don't England were amazing last night. England were amazing last night. Absolutely deserved it. Oh, John Hamilton, where did you meet me? Was it a fest, John? Very kind of you to say. I will recognise your face, but I'm rubbish at names. But face, never forget. It's good to know. Did you thought I'd be a piece of work, didn't you? John, you didn't expect that, did you? Oh, dear. Oh, I'm getting all delirious. I've been on too long. Which team do I support? Italy. It's my team. I just Italy. Forget club teams. I like Italy. I'm a number 1 team, so it's been heartbreaking. Ah, the FPL thing at Waterloo. Yeah, that is Fest. Are you coming to Fest again at Vauxhall? Tickets are on sale. Fancy coming to Fest to see me and Holly and Bella. FPL Discomfort, they'll all be there at Fantasy Football Fest for game week 1. For game week 1. For Man Un oh, is it? Hmm. Man United Fulham in London, Fantasy Football Fest. Google it. Oh, loads of tips. Right, guys, we've got a minute to go. Minute to go. Who are we getting? Who are we getting? Ooh, we have got Tony and Mateta. Mm. I like if Tony gets a move and plays up front for Spurs or up front for Arsenal or up front for Chelsea, 7.5 for Tony could be phenomenal value. Mateta's a bit expensive. He is good. Palace have got good fixtures, but the Olympic thing, so we're probably swerving Mateta. Tony could be interesting, but I don't think he's gonna be at Brentford, is he? Hmm, interesting. Mateta is a bit high. That was yeah, he's a bit high. But what does that make you think Isak and Watkins are gonna be? These guys are gonna be 9 million, aren't they, plus? Mateta comes in, guys, breaking news at 7.5. Tony also comes in at 7.5. Wow. Boom, boom, boom. Mateta's price is in the room. Ain't nobody better at 7.45 to Mateta. Boom, boom, boom. Yes, FPL Discomfort. I think you've worded it slightly wrong because I didn't sing it properly. I just sang boom, boom, boom. Mateta's price in the room. Ain't nobody better at 7.5 Mateta. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, just get rid of the than. Ain't nobody better at 7.5 Mateta. At 7.5 Mateta. Yeah, I think you get rid of the than. Thoughts? Um, yeah, he was. That's a good point there from FPL Meerkat. And actually, I've got something to show you there. So these are the forwards from last year. Ha on it, Meerkat. So yeah, Mateta did perform very well last year. In fact, he smashed popular players like Jackson and Morris at times and Darwin at times out the park. He came very close to match Isak, although I'd expect his minutes to be slightly higher. Guys, that means Solanke is coming in probably 8, maybe 7.5. But yeah, really interesting that. Yeah, I'm gonna remember that song. I've lost it, guys. I've lost it. I need to go see my daughter. Uh, I tell you what though, you could all do me one big favour. I've been streaming for over an hour, and for some reason, it's because you're all subscribed already, but it'd be amazing to get, like, 10 of you subscribed right now. So if you fancy hitting that button, that'd be amazing. Can 10 of you watching that are unsubscribed, and from almost 300 of you, probably 100 of you haven't subscribed to the channel. So if you fancy it and have done enough to convert you to subscribing with my rubbish singing voice, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. That'd be amazing. Just joining, go back and watch the last hour if you fancy it. Loads of content planned. On this channel right now, as I say goodbye, there are videos on my predicted template and all the discussion around the new rules. On the homepage of this YouTube channel, you can go check out those videos. So all the combinations for rules and discussing the template. Hey, and if you're playing the Euros game, you wanna know about my wildcard team, that is also there. Sorry, my 5 free transfers team. I've got 8 Spanish players in my 11. Guys, thank you so much for hitting those buttons. I will see you very, very soon. Let Mr. Teaching Craft know, John, she's been looking after the daughter all day. As a father, I've got to take equal responsibility. I'm going back to look after my baby girl who's woken up from a nap. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. I love you and leave. There will be channels every day now for a while. Pretty cool. Maybe not every day, but most days. So keep your eyes on this channel and subscribe. Thanks, guys. See you later. Bye bye.